Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie reporting to you live from a hotel down the street from One Jets Drive. In this video, I'm excited to give you guys my perspective of training camp. We're not going to be relying on tweets from the beat team. We are talking about my thoughts, what I saw on the practice field myself. I also have a lot of exciting content to show you guys, some photos. I got a crazy autograph ball from literally 8 or 9 different Jets players, including Woody Johnson. I'm excited to share with you guys. I was right next to Aaron Rodgers. Look at this picture I took of Aaron Rodgers. I was right in front of him. This was a crazy day for me as a Jets fan, and I'm excited to share my excitement, and I'm excited to share my thoughts of Jets training camp because today was a really good day. If you guys have been watching my previous breakdowns of training camp, the first 2 days of practice, you guys have noticed that there's a common thread of the defense dominating. Well, today that was not the case. This was definitely an offensive day for the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers had 3 touchdowns in the red zone, 1 going to Tyler Conklin, 1 to Corey Davis, and 1 to Mecole Hardman. We have a lot of fun things to break down in today's video. So before we get into that, I do want to mention, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I got a lot of Jets content coming your way all throughout the rest of the offseason. Of course, help me out to get to that 18,000 subscriber mark. That would mean a lot to the channel before the season starts. And hit that thumbs up button if you guys enjoyed it. And more importantly, comment your thoughts. What are your biggest takeaways from Jets training camp thus far? Now, let's get into my takeaway. So there's a lot of talking points I do want to get into, and I'm also going to training camp tomorrow. So if any of you guys are going tomorrow, would love to meet you, and shout out to any of you guys that I met this morning. Love meeting my subscribers. If you guys took I took a lot of photos with you, so please tag me on Instagram or Twitter. I would love to see those pictures that we took together, and I'm excited to be back there tomorrow. But what I took away from the most today, before we get onto the practice, what happened on the practice, I just got to talk about the vibe. I mean, I was there, man, and I was there last year. The energy from this fan base is different this season, man. It just feels like we feel like there's something brewing of special energy, and every Jets fan feels it, man. When Aaron Rodgers walked onto that practice field, here's a video that I took. It just, you feel the roar, you feel the excitement from this fan base just from Aaron Rodgers' presence, and of course the talent that we have all across this roster. So the training camp, you got to give a lot of credit to the New York Jets organization. Thank you for inviting me to be in the VIP section, because if it wasn't for VIP, I would not have gotten an autograph by all this. So I do want to share you guys this autograph ball. I am so thankful for this. I have an autograph of, I'll point him out. So this is Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson. We got Woody Johnson right here, of course. This is, I believe, Elijah Vera Tucker. And then we got Quincy Williams, Garrett Wilson, Quinnen Williams. That's that big signature right there. We got Will McDonald. We got Alan Lazard. And I think that's everybody. Pretty exciting stuff. I have a case that I'm going to put this in when I get back home, when I move into my brand new office that I'm excited to announce as well. Things are happening, and I'm so thankful for this, because without you guys and all the support, I would not have been able to be in a situation, be invited to be VIP, to get access to all these different Jets players. This is a freaking awesome football, and I'm really excited about it. And the overall buzz of training camp, to be around those fans, it was a great day, man. Such a great day. Shout out to everybody that I met today as well. All right, enough of what happened at training camp in terms of from the fan experience. Let's talk about what happened on the practice field. So let's start off with Aaron Rodgers, man. My first takeaway from Aaron Rodgers is he's literally a Hall of Famer. He is a top 5 quarterback of all time. You can just tell by watching the man just flick a football into the end zone for just drills, right? I had my eyes glued on Aaron Rodgers through all the drills, and I really think that, you know, watching him and Zach Wilson go back and forth, it's really cool to see that dynamic in person of Zach Wilson kind of feeling like the guy that is learning behind Aaron Rodgers. When I was watching just drills, you know, with wide receivers just running routes on air into the red zone and then into the end zone, and Aaron Rodgers flicking it, it just looked different. It just looks like somebody that has that aura, that has that special gift that we all know Aaron Rodgers brings to the table. Now, when it comes to Aaron Rodgers on 11 on 11 on the football field, he was precise, he was efficient. He was scanning the defense, checking down when he needed to. The offense was in a rhythm. Didn't really see any errant passes. There was one pass that was a little high to Corey Davis. That was incomplete, and I think that was the only incompletion of Aaron Rodgers' day, to be honest. He was hitting it to Nick Bowden in the flat. He hit Bam Knight in the flat, hit Michael Carter in the flat. He aired it out deep to Garrett Wilson on a play, and Sauce Gardner broke it up. And we're going to get into that later on when we talk about the Garrett Wilson versus Sauce Gardner. But Aaron Rodgers 11 on 11 was very efficient, hit Allen Lazard over the middle of the field, and then when it got to the red zone, that's where he got cooking. We saw him find Tyler Conklin for a touchdown in the seams, fitting it between Jamie and Sherwood. Not sure who the other defender was, but you saw that tight window that Aaron Rodgers squeezed in there. That's something that Jets fans got to get used to. Now this next play, the very next play, he had a touchdown to Corey Davis. Now, this is beautiful because this is the patented Aaron Rodgers flick of the wrist sidearm, looking left to get all the defenders that way, and then just flipping his hips and sidearming that thing. I've never seen a touchdown like this in my life at a Jets training camp. And I know it's just practice. I understand all that. But I've never seen a quarterback do these types of things at training camp. I go to training camp every season, and usually the Jets quarterbacks are not doing these types of things. And that's expected when you have a Hall of Fame quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. So it's really cool to see that in person. And then the last play of practice was a touchdown to Mecole Hardman. I was unable to see that because I was getting ready to line up for the autograph ball. So it's okay. Worth it to miss out on that Mecole Hardman touchdown. So I don't really know what happened on that play, but I did see a tweet from it. But yeah, man, Aaron Rodgers looked efficient, looked clean, looked really good, organized the offense very, very well. The pass rush was getting to him, but again, it was no pads. So it's really hard to evaluate the trenches without pads on. Now, I do want to talk about this matchup. Garrett Wilson versus Sauce Gardner. There was back-to-back plays where it was one-on-one, Garrett Wilson versus Sauce Gardner, and I told my friend who I was with, I'm like, yo, Sauce versus Garrett, let's watch this. And that play, Garrett Wilson tries to beat him deep on a go route. Aaron Rodgers flicks it up. Sauce Gardner said, not in my house. Pass deflection. Sauce Gardner gets hyped up. Incomplete pass. Sauce Gardner looks like an absolute stud out there, locking up Garrett Wilson on his birthday. The very next play, Garrett's probably like, all right, Aaron, Sauce got me. I got to get him on this very next play. That's exactly what he does. Garrett Wilson absolutely crosses up Sauce on a quick slant over the middle. Easily got like 4 or 5 yards of separation on that, and then starts celebrating. So it's really cool to see Garrett versus Sauce back-to-back reps. Iron sharpens iron, if you want to use that term. But that was really cool to see that in person. Another thing that happened today that I saw in person, like right in front of my eyes, was a big-time fight. I mean, this was a crazy fight to the point where I was getting worried because Michael Clemens was throwing haymakers at Jeremy Ruckert. You saw a lot of the tight ends versing the Jets' defensive line. It was getting spicy out there. The very next rep, you see Jermaine Johnson going up against Kenny Yeboah. So the vibes are really tense between these Jets offense and defense, and that's what it's all about. There's nothing wrong with fights at training camp. The only thing I worry about is any injuries. I'm pretty sure I saw Ruckert after practice had little cuts up on his forehead. He definitely got clocked in the face by Michael Clemens. I mean, I saw that with my own eyes. I don't have a video of the fight, but wow, I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, this is more than a fight. This is a serious, like, they're going after it. All right, I love it. The tension's high. Just make sure you guys don't fight anybody, hurt anybody. That's only my concern. Speaking of Jermaine Johnson, I was the one to break the news because I saw Jermaine rocking number 11. Here's the video, or excuse me, the photo that I took of Jermaine Johnson. First look of him rocking that number 11. Denzel Mims, see you later. Jermaine Johnson gets his jersey number from college. I'm pretty sure the Jets have to look at Jermaine Johnson as a linebacker, or at least just tell the NFL that he's a linebacker so he can get that number. But the Jets are going to be using him as that defensive end. Really cool to see Jermaine Johnson go to that number 11. I know numbers don't really mean a lot, but to me, this kind of just screams, yep, he's breaking out. He's going to that Florida State version of Jermaine Johnson. The vibes have been trending to that direction of Jermaine Johnson breaking out. Now that he's going back to number 11 for year 2, it's official. Get your Jermaine Johnson jerseys. He's about to go nuclear. I promise you that. Another player who looked good today, who we talk about every practice, is Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson really impressed me. He had a really good ball to Allen Lazard. He was looking poised, comfortable, throwing the ball with a lot of zip, a lot of confidence, a lot of accuracy. We're going to see a lot of Zach Wilson in the preseason, so definitely want to give you guys my thoughts of Zach in year number 3 behind Aaron Rodgers. He definitely looks like, you know, and I was talking to Zach Wilson when he signed my football. I was like, yo, Zach, like, good luck this season. Like, I just had a normal conversation with him, and he just seems like he's in a really good headspace. He's comfortable with his spot. He understands that he's benched for a reason, that he did not play well last year. He seems like last year humbled him, because remember that quote that he had of saying, like, I'm not the issue. I think that experience really grounded Zach Zach Wilson, and I think that he's in a really good headspace, so that's really cool. And overall, the offense looked good, and I think the big talking point of practice up until today was the offense was struggling and the defense was just dominating, and that was not the case today. What I took away from this was the offense was the better unit on the field today, with a lot of touchdowns, a lot of moving the football, not a lot of defensive plays, really. I mean, the defensive line was eating. There should have been a lot of sacks that they didn't call because there's no pads on, but that's okay. I absolutely loved training camp today. That's going to wrap up this video, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Comment down below a Statue of Liberty emoji and comment your thoughts of today's training camp. I had a lot of fun at practice. My biggest takeaways was definitely Aaron Rodgers being a stud that he is. Meeting him and getting a signed autograph from Aaron was awesome. Meeting all the football guys on the Jets, you know, not even just the players, but people that just work within the organization that recognize me. Got to conversate with a lot of them. So shout out to you if you're watching this video. Appreciate the support. And yeah, a lot of fights, a lot of tension. The Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner duo in that competition is going to be talked about all throughout camp. Zach Wilson's looking good. Jermaine Johnson's going in number 11. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Peace and love, everybody. I'm going to be live here from the hotel tonight. See you guys then. Peace out. Let's go Jets.